And we're live. Well, thank you all so very much for joining. Christopher Black here on my first video on mastering the art of public speaking. So, if you're watching this video, good chance we're friends, good chance I said I'd get you a cup of coffee, I'd walk your dog, I'd do something nice for you. If you watched one of my videos, you gave me a like, hopefully you subscribed to the channel. Small chance, but possible, that you found this video because you're trying to improve your public speaking skills. Maybe you have an upcoming presentation for class, presentation for work. Doesn't really matter. You have an upcoming speaking engagement. You're probably a little nervous. All good, perfectly natural. In fact, if you weren't nervous before speaking in front of a group of your peers, there's probably something wrong with you. Being nervous before any kind of speaking engagement is the most natural thing imaginable. So maybe you're watching this video because you have an upcoming speaking engagement and you're looking for tips, tricks, strategies, perhaps perspective on how to nail this event, how to nail this engagement. Awesome. You've come to the right place. So the biggest piece of advice, the best piece of advice I can give anybody trying to improve their public speaking, anybody trying to become a more effective communicator, anybody frankly trying to be a better human, is to believe in yourself. There, I said it. Best piece of advice, believe in yourself. And I know that might sound kind of corny, it might even sound kind of cliche, but it's true. It's 100% true. With public speaking, well, with any worthwhile endeavor in life, with any skill that comes with practice and with repetition and with time and grade, there are no shortcuts, right? That's very much applicable to public speaking. There are no shortcuts to becoming a better communicator. There are no magic formulas. There's no silver bullets. The only way to become a more effective communicator, to become a better public speaker, is to speak in public. It's to communicate more with people, with diverse topics and a diverse audience. But in order to do that, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your message. I think that's very, very important. In fact, so this video is the first in a series of videos I intend on doing on the topic of public speaking. Public speaking is very near and dear to my heart. I have become a somewhat effective public speaker over the past couple of years, namely because I do a ton of public speaking for work. I'm also a proud member of Golden Gate Toastmasters. Did a little public speaking in college. I love the lost art of public speaking, and to be very, very clear, for the record, I'm just a novice. I'm really just an amateur. I have a very long way to go. I still get nervous oftentimes when I'm doing a presentation in front of a group of strangers, which I think is natural. But it's something near and dear to my heart, and it's something that I have benefited tremendously from over the past couple of years, because public speaking isn't easy. It's certainly not. In fact, I think it's ranked among one of the most common fears people have everywhere. But I think public speaking is a very beautiful thing. I think, you hear me oftentimes kind of use the terms effective communication and public speaking interchangeably. I do think they can be used interchangeably, but I think it's a very beautiful thing. I think being able to connect with others and share one's ideas, one's passions, hobbies, interests, perspective, life experiences is one of the most beautiful, natural things imaginable. And I tell you what, I think everybody on earth, everybody alive, anybody everywhere has something worth sharing with the world. And you know what's beautiful about that is that transcends class, that transcends color, that transcends orientation. All of us, everybody everywhere has something worth sharing with the world. You watching this video, whether you realize it or not, have something worth sharing with the world. I think that's incredibly beautiful. What prevents people from expressing themselves, from sharing their message with others? Well, fear, nervousness, trepidation. Again, public speaking isn't easy. Most people are afraid of public speaking. Most people get super nervous, when it comes to speaking in front of their peers, even their friends, let alone a group full of strangers. So that's why the biggest piece of advice I can give anybody who's really trying to become a more effective communicator, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe in your message. If your message is true, if your message is sincere, if your message, whatever it is, if it's a sales pitch, if it's a motivational speech, whatever, a college lecture, a talk at a symposium, doesn't matter. If your message is going to help other people, if it's going to be educational, if the audience is going to benefit from hearing your message, you've got nothing to worry about. Believe in yourself. Believe in who you are. Believe in your message. Because what's going to happen when you get up there on stage and you start talking, unless you're a seasoned public speaker or you're just an absolute natural, is you're probably going to speak pretty fast. You're probably going to speak faster than you would normally because of nerves. Your palms might get a little sweaty. What'll also happen is you'll probably mispronunciate. You'll probably fumble a word or two because you're in a flow state. You're moving through the materials, nerves. And what's going to happen is you're going to fumble a couple of words. That's perfectly natural. Some people do it more so than others. And if you believe in yourself, you believe in your message, if you've got that intrinsic confidence, if you're working on cultivating that intrinsic confidence, when you make the inevitable mistake, and let me be very clear, you will make mistakes. You'll make a lot of mistakes. Nothing wrong with that. Your why, your confidence, your belief in yourself will come through. That will give you the strength. That will give you the courage to keep moving. And what I found with the difference between good versus great communicators is the great communicators can make that mistake. They can say something they didn't intend to say. They can go off script a little bit, and they keep rolling with the punches. That's the difference between good and great public speakers. In fact, for the curious, if you watch a number of Barack Obama's speeches when he was president, one of the best public speakers of our generation, phenomenal human being, incredible political leader, one of the best presidents I think this country has ever had. I've noticed a number of occasions where Barack maybe says something he didn't mean to say, or maybe he goes off script a little bit. But the thing is, because he is so in tune with who he is and his message, which was sincere, doesn't matter. Roll with the punches. And so, like I said, I'm going to do a series of videos on becoming a better public speaker. In many of these videos, we are going to get into the mechanics of body language, the mechanics of gesturing, and to get into some of the subtle details of how to really how to take your public speaking to the next level, to go from zero to hero, if you will. But I wanted to start this particular series off with, I think, the best piece of advice, the biggest piece of advice I could give anybody. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe in your message. Because when you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in your message, if what you're trying to communicate is insincere, if it's disingenuous, if it's going to hurt other people, if it's going to mislead other people, you're going to experience something psychologists called cognitive dissonance. And what's going to happen is you're trying to resolve that cognitive dissonance. It's going to undermine your propensity to communicate effectively, unless you're a sociopath, which, that's a different story entirely. If you believe in yourself, if you believe in your message, and if your message is good, you've got nothing to worry about. You've got absolutely nothing to worry about. And final pro tip when it comes to public speaking, more often than not, unless you're in an explicitly hostile environment, more often than not, the audience wants to see you succeed. They want to see you succeed. Unless, again, you're in a very, very awful place where people want to see you fail, in which case you probably shouldn't be doing any kind of public speaking there or presentations or, what have you in general. The audience wants to see you succeed. This is applicable to general speeches in college, and, oftentimes I do a lot of sales for my job. 99% of the time, the people that I'm doing a demo with, the people that I'm doing a sales presentation to, maybe if they're not terribly sold on the product, they don't want to waste their time. They want to see me succeed. They want to see a successful presentation. They want to learn more about the product. Otherwise, they wouldn't have hopped on the call. So no matter who you are, where you're at in life, what it is you're dealing with, we all have a ton of challenges that we have to go through in life, especially if we're trying to really level up our game and become an effective communicator. No matter who you are, where you are, what you're dealing with, believe in yourself. Believe in who you are, believe in your message, and believe in what it is you have to share with the world. And again, in closing, because I think everybody, everywhere, has something worth sharing with the world. And to quote Ted, I think that's an idea worth sharing. So thank you so very much for watching. I hope you found this video valuable, entertaining, if nothing else, and I very much look forward to seeing you again on the next one. Take care.